guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Nicole if you're new here. Today's going to be another favourites video. I have already done two previously, but as I have mentioned in those previous videos, I've been in a bit of a filming rut and I've got a lot of favourites to share. So yeah, I just want to show the world, I guess. First up, I have been absolutely loving my skincare routine at the moment. One of my favourite skincare products is this. This is the Beauty Elixir by Caudalie. This is basically like a nice refreshing spray, but it's so much more than that, okay? It's called the Beauty Elixir and it is a smoothing, glowing complexion spray for all skin types. I bought this a very, very, very long time ago. I think I was in high school the first time I ever picked this up. I went to Austria on a ski trip and I picked this up at one of the ferry ports, and the smell of it literally reminds me of being in high school. I literally spent all my money on it. It was only a little bottle, but I spent all my euros on it. I loved it. And whenever I've gone back to France, I've always picked up a bottle. And now they sell it online and I can get it whenever I want. This is quite expensive. It's about £32 for this bottle, but I love this stuff. This has been in my routine for so long and I just don't think I've ever mentioned it on this channel. The stuff that it does for my skin is just so hydrating, and I'm not a beauty expert by any means, so I'm not very good at explaining these kind of things, but this is so refreshing. Once I've washed my face and I come out the shower, this is the first thing I do. With my face, I dry my face and I spray it down with this, and then I put on my moisturiser. So I've got a lot of love for this. I always ask for it for Christmas and things like that. If I ever need a gift, I ask people to top me up with this. My auntie usually does it, so I've got some backups in my bathroom cupboard right now because she's bought me one for my birthday and she's bought me one for Christmas. And yes, I love this stuff. Something else that I have bought from this brand, Caudalie, I haven't tried all of their range, but it is one of my favourite skincare brands, and it's just something that I've just kept coming back to over the years. I'm really sorry, I use their face wash as well, and it's in the bathroom and I can't go up and get it because otherwise my kids are going to hear me and distract me again. I use the foaming face wash, which is about £18, and it is the best face wash I've ever used, cleanser. It doesn't dry out my skin. I've got quite sensitive, irritable skin, and this just does wonders for it. It doesn't hurt, it doesn't leave me dry afterwards. So yes, I always use that, and then I spray myself down with this. And something new that I've picked up is this. This is from Caudalie, and it is called the Premier Crew. I picked this up. I had a sample of this in one of my previous Caudalie orders, and I loved the feeling of it. And I thought, I'm going to buy myself a bottle. And when I went onto the website to buy it, it was £75. So I was like, I'm not going to buy it. I can't bring myself to spend £75 on a moisturiser. It's just not going to happen. But I actually realised that Caudalie have a loyalty programme, and whenever you buy off the website you get points, and I had no idea about this, and because it's the one place that I get my skincare from, I'd actually racked up a lot of points and I had enough to have some money off of this, so that's what I did. I purchased it. So basically it's £79, which just hurts my soul a little bit, but it's just a very thick day cream, and like I mentioned, I've got quite sensitive skin, and this stuff just, my skin just drinks this stuff up. Do you know what, I've had such good skin since using it. I've tried drugstore stuff time and time again, but they just don't do what I want it to do, and they smell funny, they don't sit on my skin very nicely, or they irritate me. So I am having to just put a little bit of money into my skincare, and hopefully that will show when I'm older. But basically for £79, you get this pot, refill it. So you basically get sent this pot, and there's refillable tubs. I can't get it out. Oh, there we go. So if you wanted to buy the product again, you would just buy the tub. So it's a little bit frustrating, really, that you think you're getting £79 for a product and you're getting that out of it. So that is very annoying. But this, one thing that I've noticed is that this, the reusable pot is cheaper. So you pay £79 for the tub, and then I think this is a little bit less. I think this could possibly be about £50 or £60, which is still ridiculous. But like I said, if it works for me, I'm just gonna carry on using it. So I bought this in November and I used the tiniest amount, and I would say that I am about halfway through. But a lot goes a long way. If I just did the tiniest dabs, it would last me for a lot longer. Probably buy another pot. Again, like I said, I don't wear a lot of makeup, but when I do, it is a bit higher end. I try and use drugstore makeup, but like I've mentioned just now with skincare, it just doesn't seem to ever do what I want it to do. So one of my favourite skincare brands is NARS and Charlotte Tilbury. So one of my most favourite foundations is by NARS. This is the, I never remember what it's called. This is the Sheer Glow foundation, and this stuff just works for me. It is so beautiful on the skin. It's skin light, it's not heavy. It's like a dewy foundation, and it's not very high coverage, but I'm very lucky. I don't need high coverage foundation, so this just works for me. This is in the shade medium to Santa Fe. I think I've used different shades to this before, but I bought this online, which was a bit of a risk, but do you know what? I feel like it actually does just kind of match my skin tone, which I'm really living. Another thing I wanted to talk about was this. I had this for Christmas, and it is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Blush Wand. This was in like a little taster set that my auntie bought me, and I have loved it. I've seen it online for a while now, and I just didn't like the look of it. It's got like a little powder puff on the end, and the product comes through, and I just thought it looked a bit gimmicky. But I've been eating my words because I have loved this stuff. I just feel like Charlotte Tilbury's makeup, it's quite expensive, but it hits the mark every time. And this is just such a beautiful colour. This is like the perfect amount as well, because this is only like a mini tube. Like they do massive ones, whereas I think I would go back to just buying the minis, because I think that is more than enough. That would last me a very long time. Not something that I would particularly buy myself, but I'm glad that I've found it, because I have been loving this product. My next favourite is a good old cheerful B&M favourite, right? I bought this before Christmas. It's by the range in B&M, it's £1.50, it's a wax melt, and it is called Escape, and they've got loads of different scents and things like that, and this one is the mandarin, lemon and pink grapefruit. And when I tell you, this is my 6th packet of these, I just can't get enough of it. A couple of weeks ago, before Christmas, I thought I really needed to make the house smell nice, so I picked this flavour up. It was the one that smelled the strongest out of all the packs. And I have now got an oil burner in my kitchen, my living room, my landing and the playroom, and I burn these probably about twice a week, and my house smells fantastic. I feel like the smell actually lingers. It just smells obviously very citrusy and very fresh and clean, and I think because I've been using them consistently, my house now just has a lovely smell when you enter. So I've got a lot of love for these. Like I said, this is my 6th packet, and I haven't got any more backups, so I've only got about 5 cubes left, and I'm gonna have to go and do another haul from B&M. Another favourite that I wanted to talk about was an app called BorrowBox. As I mentioned in my last video, I should have put these two together, but just after I had my children, I really struggled to get back into reading. And I also mentioned that I've been reading books on my phone, on Apple Books. It had been working out very well for me, but some of the new releases and things like that were costing about £10. So at the moment, I really want to read Fourth Wing. But the book is £10 for a digital copy on the phone. And I just don't think that I just really didn't want to part with that money for something that I'm going to probably read once on my phone. I don't know, I don't mind paying that amount for like a hardback, but I don't tend to gravitate towards physical books anymore. Something that I came across on TikTok was something called Libby. We don't have that in the UK, but over here I found the version of it, which is called BorrowBox. So it's an app that is linked to the libraries in the UK, and you can borrow. Basically works, you sign up with your local library, you put in all your details, and some books you can read there and then if someone's already borrowing the book, you have to wait and reserve them. And I've just been loving this app because I was about to buy this book before the coffee gets cold, and it was about £7 on the Apple book, and then I've now got it for free on my phone, which I'm here for. I love that. Yeah, it's been quite helpful having the borrow box out. And last but not least, I've got two things that are related. My husband for Christmas last year, Christmas 2022, bought me a Nintendo Switch. I'm obsessed. I love this little baby. It is my favourite thing. I have currently got some stickers on it. I've made it green because I didn't like the red and the blue. And it has just become one of my saving graces in this period. I've mentioned I've had a bit of like a mental breakdown, and this was just such a good way of just switching off. I didn't realise that you could download games on this as well. I thought you just bought your card game and you stick it in, but it's just been so handy that you can just literally download it off the shop to go straight here. This is the Nintendo Switch where the controllers come off, which has been really handy because we can plug this into the TV, and now my little boy is obsessed with it. He loves playing Mario Kart, and it's a really nice thing to do on a Sunday. We play Mario Kart together. For his 5th birthday, I bought him his very first game to play on here, which is a Shaun the Sheep game, so we have loved playing that. And yeah, I've just got a lot of love for this little machine, and I'm so happy to have this back in my life. I have found a genre on TikTok called Cozy Games, and that is very much what I'm into. I don't like scary games at all. So these are all the games that I have downloaded. They are ridiculously expensive. Some of them are not worth the price tag if you buy digitally and things like that. Sometimes it annoys me that some of the games are £50 to buy the game card for, and then it's still £50 if you download it digitally, which is really frustrating. But I've got so many of my old school favourite games. Some of my favourites are Pokemon, Little Miss Fortune, My Time at Portia, Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing, all my good old favourites. My husband bought me Hogwarts Legacy, and I am well and truly obsessed with this game. I was umming and ahhing over whether to get it because I remember playing Harry Potter games before on the GameCube and they stressed me out so much. And this game is very stressful, don't get me wrong. There's spiders in it. You've got to fight spiders like Aragog, and it's bloody scary. There's dead bodies, the Inferi, if you've ever watched Harry Potter. So it can be a little bit heart-racing, but it is so beautiful. Yeah, it's just a very beautiful game, and if you've been thinking about getting it, just buy it. People say it's not worth getting it on here, and you should buy it on something like a PlayStation because the graphics will be better, but I don't really care about stuff like that. I just want to switch off, immerse myself in the game, and Hogwarts Legacy has just been amazing. It starts, I think, is it 100 years before Harry Potter, or 50 years before Harry Potter is born, or Voldemort's born, and you get to discover all the secrets of Hogwarts and Hogsmeade, and there is just so much to do on that game. I'm just obsessed with it. I got it for Christmas Day, and I haven't stopped playing it. It's actually been interfering with my reading goals, so I need to put myself on a bit of a timeout from it. And yes, I'm going to stop waffling, but thank you so much for watching. I love making these types of videos. I would love for you to consider subscribing to see more of this kind of content. Please leave any comments down below and say hello, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!